Alright, we're back at Texas Motor Speedway here, getting our qualifying lap done here at Texas. We're just coming back from our doubleheader at Kentucky. We're needing to have a really good run here. We're needing to really get some points going back in our direction to help us out for once playoff season hits. So we're going to see what we can do here. But we need some points. And I wouldn't mind having a win here at Texas. We typically are pretty good at Texas, especially when we're in the truck series. That hasn't necessarily translated over to Xfinity. Ooh, boy, we're just drifting way up the track. Good night. Tires felt really good in practice, though. For once we got the tires warmed up, did a really good job being able to hold this bottom line here. In practice on the longer run. So once the tires get kind of warmed up, they really do much better. So should have a longer run car hopefully for this race. We're going to be starting pretty far in the back. Yep, 34th. So that's a bummer. But I think we should be able to get the car to move up through the race. Alright, some slight changes to the car before we hit the racetrack. And today's story is as Chad Fickham is really fast. We got Jamie Clements, who missed driver introductions, and Harrison Burton back on the pole once again. So Harrison Burton really showing some speed here into the season. Alrighty, let's get racing here. Florida Racing, the Mustang, Hubbard's Pizza on the hood. Let's go racing at Texas. We got 18 laps of fuel. We got 26 laps in the race, so a pit stop for fuel will be necessary no matter what happens. So good to know. Everybody jockeying for position here in the back, trying to get our car to move forward. We balanced our brakes once again so they're not all in the front, which seems to help out for when we have to apply them slightly in the corners. Helps not lose quite as much speed or control. So that's definitely what we want to be able to feel. Still drifting up the track a little bit, not what we want. Watching tire temps. Nice and easy in the corner, slowly moving forward. Getting that draft off the cars. And almost passed over the grass. Blicky kind of shut me off there just at the last minute. Slowly going to get past Blicky here. Had a slight draft from the 07 from back behind us. Alright, moved up to 19. That's what I like. Car feel really good. So definitely am liking that. Did a few adjustments, as I said, to the brake. Adjusted the front sway bar as well. Car handling this very good. A little bit off throttle. A little bit of brake here and there. And we are really getting through these turns quite well. The biggest issue is obviously 1 and 2 for me typically. 3 and 4 I can typically get the car wound down just enough and really be able to ride really close to this line. So car handles really good through 3 and 4. 1 and 2 though are typically my worst, at least for this weekend anyways, is what we're feeling. Ooh, yep. Car trying to drift up on me, trying to keep it down. Moved up to 17, get some of that draft, getting a little bit from the 18 as well. Yeah, just let it roll into 3 and 4 there, and then hit the throttle once we're on that line. And the car seems to rotate pretty good through 3 and 4, so definitely I like what we're feeling there. We've got somebody smoking. I'm not sure who that was. I think that was the 08. Yeah, you gotta apply a little bit of brake in 1 and 2 to be able to keep that car where it's supposed to be. Slowly moving through the field. Would have been nice to have a better qualifying time, but we're getting to where we need to be. We do have a pit stop that will be coming along here shortly. If caution would come out, that would probably really help us out. Alright, try to stay painted to this line here through 1 and 2. Gonna drift up a little bit. That's okay, we're gonna stay in front of the 68, which is what we want to do. Alright, 3 and 4, doing really good. Gonna get a little bump here from the 68. That's gonna give us a little extra exit speed. Currently 13th. We got just now guy out in the lead at the moment. Off throttle here. Get that a little brake to keep the car closer to the line. Gonna drift up here a little bit. Car's not perfect, but we've made up a ton of positions from the start, so fresh tires at the end of this run, or caution, whichever one comes first, that would be huge. We should be pretty close, 18 laps remaining. If we can get 2 more laps in before the caution comes out, we will be perfectly fine on fuel to the end of this race. Totally messed up the entrance of 1 and 2 there. I'm going to let Brandon Brown go and get back into a good routine here. But yeah, car feels really good. We just need to get it up into the front. Might be a little bit slower than some of the other cars, but I think initial start speed is really good. Right off throttle. Really messed up that entry. Check on tires. Yeah, tires are starting to wear out a little bit. The right sides would definitely be needed, along with, yeah, might as well do a whole set at that point with where they're at. Can really paint that line quite nicely in 3 and 4 though, so that's going to be a real advantage to be able to have that ability. Got Ross Chastain out in the lead here in the field. The break through 1 and 2 keeps us lower, a little bit, still a little bit too high there, but able to keep it from totally drifting up, which is nice. Off throttle time, back to throttle. Bring it back down to that line, making some really good lap time, all things considered, as we continue to reel cars in lap after lap here. 15 laps remaining. Keeping in the tracks at the 9 car of No Gregson. Did a really good job through 1 and 2 there with the draft going on. And caution is out right there. Alright, we're going to fill the tank all the way up. No adjustments. Oh, maybe a little wedge. We're going to change the wedge. Nope, I like with the car where it is. We're going to leave the car where it is. Not going to make any adjustments on that. We lose 13 positions. But we got the tank completely full, and we also have got 4 brand new tires. Everyone else, not sure what they might have done. Might have done a fill up and go, depending on what their strategy is, or some of them might have done a just right side tires. So we're going to have to find out here as we get a run through the field once again. Might have been able to take less fuel, but this way we got brand new tires. Fuel is all the way to the end of the race no matter what. We are good to go. Nice and easy in the 3 and 4. I like that entry. That was really good underneath the 18. Nice and smooth. Car feels excellent. Glad we did not adjust the wedge any. That might have been probably a really bad idea, as the car feels really good through 3 and 4. As long as we have the correct speed through 1 and 2, we do pretty good running this bottom lane. Lost momentum there. That's okay. Get into the draft here. Off throttle into 3 and 4. Gonna grab this spot right beneath Alfredo. Try and poke our nose down below. Gonna grab it. Alright, 9 laps remaining here. Off throttle, a little bit of brake. Ooh, a little bit of loose racing up there in the front. Gonna drift up a little bit. We had a little bit of a draft, so we're gaining speed out of the turn. Not the best entry into 3 and 4, but not terrible. Getting a little bit of a pull off of Clements, I believe. Gonna dive it down low here. Not sure where we're going to kind of come right to the side of Clements there, try and get a little side draft, not a whole lot there. Alright, really like an entrance into 3 and 4. That's really working out well for us. Going to drift up a little bit on Clements here. Clear. Get him in some air. Get in front of him there. A little bit too fast into 1 and 2 there, but still gained a good position entering into that. 6 laps remaining. Tires and everything look really, really good. Off throttle time into 1 and 2. Drop down where we want to be. Right in the draft coming off of 3 and 4. Get underneath, well, trying to get underneath our 4 teammate, not going to happen. Right there we go. Little side draft, try and get to Alex LeBay. Ooh, nicely done into 3 and 4 there. Had to brake a little bit just to try and keep it on that line. Going to get a little bit of help from our 4 teammate there. That's going to get us hopefully clear of LeBay here. And we're clear. Off throttle. A little bit of brake into 1 and 2 there. Now we're 11th. Moving our way ever forward. Nice clean race so far too. No real accidents or issues. Really liking how the car has moved along. We're slowly losing pace though, and not being able to really catch up with these guys as much as I'd hoped. Just some bad qualifying on our part, honestly, keeping us back in the back here. Alright, see if we can't get a draft of these guys in front. No brake needed in 3 or 4 that time. Real good entry. Slowly gaining, would like a caution, honestly. Give us a restart chance. Pull off the tires a little bit. Get that off the throttle there just a tad. Make sure we didn't drift up all the way in the track. Alright, we to the 78 here. Diving down again, a little bit of brake there just so we didn't hit the 78. In the draft though. Car's really happy on the bottom of the racetrack. Does not like the top though. Gonna move the 78 out of the way here. Get this position, gonna drift up on him. Run the top lane. Ooh, boy, we're gonna get a draft from him. With that, luckily did not hit the wall. Off throttle, off throttle. Back to throttle, a little bit of brake, back to throttle. And we're coming to 1 lap to go, presented by Combustion Gamer Gear, and there it is, the final lap. And we got Chase Briscoe, who has made his way with his Ford out to the front. Nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy. We can get one more spot here. Probably not now. Alright, hit that draft, hit that draft, hit that draft, hit that draft. Send it. Nope. And we're going to lose a spot by trying that. There we go, 11th. Woo! We did not have the fastest car, that's for sure, but boy did we make consistent lap time and move our way through the field. 34th, we got to fix our qualifying. That is awful. But we made it from 34th to 11th, so that is huge improvement there. Great consistent day, but we could have been so much better with the car. Car felt awesome though, and did a really good job driving it nice and smooth, but boy, we just needed a little bit, either a little more speed, a little more track position. Either one of those two would have really helped out, but man, that was a good race. Nice, smooth, clean. I liked it. That was a good one. Alright, Chase Briscoe with a win. That's going to help him with his point standings. Actually, no, that's his first one of the season, so that's really going to help him out. We continue to have decent point standings. We still need to catch up to Harrison Burton and Brandon Jones just a little bit. The wins are all over this place, so it's going to be interesting to see here. Nobody with a win below the top 20. But Jesse Little and Jeffrey Earnhardt, they have 2 wins, but they are really close to whatever that cutoff line is. Because there is a cutoff line. If you're below a certain point position, you will get kicked out of the playoffs. So it could be a really wacky who's in and who's out of the playoffs. It's going to be pretty interesting. So, anyways, that is it. You got Chase Briscoe with the fastest lap of the race. He was fast. Did a really good job getting to the front there. Most laps led was Brandon Jones. Ends up losing it at the end there. We went from 33rd to 11th. Very impressive, honestly. Good race from us. Could have used some more speed, but still did a really good job. And Joe Gaff Jr. obviously went from 16th to 35th, so bad day for him. But still, really good race at Texas. I loved it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys here next time on the Combustion Gamer YouTube channel with more Florida racing. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.